Hey, well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. But on today's episode, I entitled this, They Don't Really Care About Us. And I got that title from the late, great pop superstar Michael Jackson. And in 1996, when I seen the music video, and he released that song, um, it stood out. They don't really care about us. Talking about the oppressed, talking about being oppressed, being looked over, rich getting rich, the poor getting poor. And this song really spoke at that time to even of what's going on right now. And what's and how the inflation is still here, and how there's more poor people, more homeless, and more people struggling to put food on the table. And out of all the songs, they don't really care about us. I didn't really pay attention to it because Michael has so many songs, so much music that people just can gravitate to. They dance, laughed, Billie Jean, Beat It. The list goes on. Human Nature. The list goes on. The list goes on of great music, timeless music. And I didn't know that Spike Lee was behind the project. This project was shot in Brazil in 1996. Didn't know that Spike Lee was the producer of that music video. Didn't know that. And it was one of Michael's conscious songs. Just like We Are the World, We Are the Children, when he collaborated with all different artists at the time. Back in 85, this is one of his conscious music right here. You see, when Michael Jackson released his song, all they really want to say, they don't really care about us. When he written that song, he performed and written the song, it was addressing social issues, injustice, police brutality. It was released as a fourth single from the album History, Past and Present and Future, Book One. The song sparked controversy due to accusations of anti-Semitism and leading Jackson to issues apologies and re-release in edited version. Because you see, in the lyrics of that song, people thought he was anti-Semitic by saying Jews screw. Just listen to the lyrics at the beginning of that song, and he was just really addressing social injustices and social issues that still goes on till this day. You see the song lyrics, accompanying music videos. See that I'm showing you right here features scenes of police violence and prison life, aimed to highlight the plight of marginalized communities and the feelings of being ignored by those in power. Going on till this day, Jackson, known for his social consciousness, used the song to express his outrage and frustration with systematic issues observed, particularly in context of media scrutiny and allegations against him at the time. So Michael's really a conscious guy. He knows what's going on. He knows even what's going on in the industry. Remember that time when he addressed Tommy Mottola of Sony Records? So Michael is always a man ahead of time, and it was conscious. And and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Michael just simply died in of sleeping pills. It was set up because with all the catalogs Michael bought, music catalog, Beatles catalog, and Michael was about to do great things. I think Michael was about to. He knew things that angered the industry, and this is why they had to take him out. This is why I believe that they take him out. He even told his sister that they're trying to kill me. Let's turn to a scripture, Matthew 24:12. Because iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold. Because sin is on the land, sin and martial law is on the land. You see how they're treating the homeless people in DC, the policing, how they're breaking down the homeless property and tents. You see that if today in Washington D.C., you see certain police how they police in the area and stop and frisk is coming back, y'all. Believe it or not, stop and frisk where the police will just no explanation search you. I went through that in back in 1994, 95, when the police can just undercover police can just stop you, pull you over, or when you're walking, pull you over when you're driving, or they can stop you when you're walking, believe and stop you because they believe that you have a concealed weapon on you, and they can check your pockets. They can check your pockets, um, check all your belongings, empty your book bag. Let's say if you have a backpack, they empty your backpack on the streets. It happened to me in the 90s, mid 1990s, and it can go back to stop and frisk. And let's read what martial law is. United States martial law refers to a situation where the military takes over, governs of area, usually when civilians authority is unable to maintain order due to emergency like war, insurrection, or natural disaster. It involves a suspension of civilian law and the implementation of military to the potentially including the suspension of same civil liberties. So, in other words, you're put in a class. Remember, the United States is run through a capitalist society, and the rich get rich and the poor get poor. What the rich have access to, you don't have access to. So, and it comes like a form. It's happening all around you. You just gotta wake up. It's happening. It's happening. And the race is on. You feel like you're in a rat race. You're running to get on top, running to reach to the top. You're running and you can't stop running. You're competing just to pay bills, just to be on top, just to get that raise, just to get that promotion. And when you think you have enough, you spend it, you gotta wait for the next check. A lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of us are struggling just to put food on the table. And it's a rat race we're running. If we lose our job, it's as a worry because you're worried about, well, how am I gonna am I gonna cover for the rest of my family if I lose that one job? And a lot of us are living like that. The average American do not have $1,000 in the bank. Why? Because the cost of living with inflation is at an all-time high. Yeah, some people say, oh, inflation went down. But ask a 9 to 5 if it went down. Some people that make 150K a year, maybe they don't feel it. Maybe some people that make 200K a year don't feel it. But the average American that makes 50,000 a year or less, they know, and just buying groceries alone, 2, 3 bags of groceries cost $300. Sometimes you gotta wait for the sales. Sometimes you gotta wait for those sales. And even then, you're still living paycheck to paycheck. The cost of living is outrageously high. Rent in New York City alone, Los Angeles, even believe it or not, even Orlando, Florida, the cost of living is tremendously high. Struggling to get by. But yet, but yet, you're still struggling to get by. And it's a fight. You feel like you're in a rat race that does not stop. And because you might run the risk of losing that one job, listen, right now as it stands right now, let's address the homeless. All I really want to say, they don't really care about us. Still going back to Michael Jackson. Now in 2025, in New York City had the highest number of homeless individuals among all US cities, while Los Angeles has a large unsheltered population. New York City overall homeless population, including those in shelters, is significantly higher in New York City. Wow, over 440,000 people experienced homelessness in New York City in 2025, including those in shelters and those living unsheltered. Los Angeles, I had the opportunity to visit Los Angeles, and I walked on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I seen a lot of the homeless people. We seen a lot of me and my family seen a lot of the homeless people. They're Americans taking out the garbage, um, just you walk to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, they're pushing their hand out to you to ask for money. It's sad to see that. Sad to see that. And just in Los Angeles alone, if you walk to certain parts of Los Angeles, you see a whole community of homeless people. It's crazy. But New York City has a fair, if you go into to Manhattan, New York City, a great deal. You don't have to go too far. Go to some of the boroughs. A great deal of homeless people.
That these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants. We all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't got don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. I mean, can you imagine somebody having $32 million? 32. $32 million, and this person has nothing, and you can sleep, you can still go to the movies. And then these are the type of people that get humanitarian award. That these people should own planes and their people don't have houses.
The late legendary rapper Tupac is right. That used to boggle my mind too. How a man can be so person can be so filthy rich, but yet you can see the next man and has or next woman, and they have literally nothing, not nothing, and they walk in the same land. Like I said before, U.S. is a capitalist society, man, and the haves and have not. That's what it is, and it's sad to see homeless people, veterans, homeless, and then homeless veterans on the street that fought and sacrificed their life for this country, and they're homeless. It's not just the mental ill; it's other reasons why people are homeless too. Loss of job. Yes, mental illness have a lot has something to do with it, somewhat, but when you have no money and you put out on the street because you lost everything, that can make a person homeless. And it's sad to see how you sacrifice and then you become homeless too. Did everything right and still become homeless. All I really want to say, they don't really care about us. What another thing that help control the masses? What they put in the food, what they put in even healthy food too, what they fuel the food with, just to control the masses. Believe it or not, they can use food as a weapon too to control you. Less in the population, fill you with fast food. Next thing you know, your immune system is low. Next thing you know, you have high blood pressure. Next thing you know, your kids got diabetes. You getting diabetes. Next thing you know, cancer. Because you see, the thing is that they have a cure, but they lose money if they find the cure. And how to lessen the population and control the masses is even through the food. What we do have is AI. AI that is the future going to be taking over massive jobs. Jobs galore is going to be taking over. AI is going to be taking over jobs. That's what I meant to say. AI is going to be controlling most of the work that you do right now, as far as like cleaning, it's custodial jobs, secretarial jobs, I heard even teaching jobs already have ChatGPT in place, been in place already. AI is gonna be like your phone. You see how for your phone is a phenomenon. You can do everything on your phone, and you can't move and breathe without your phone. AI is it's already happening every day. We just remember this: ITs and AI and people that's into the IT world and computer world, they're always finding a way to take over jobs. Always finding every day they're discovering different ways to take over positions and jobs, to get the job done faster in companies and to get things accomplished right away. You see how fast ChatGTP is. So same thing with AI. It's gonna be a phenomenon like this, like your phone that you're holding in your hand.
Doctor inserts the microchip between your thumb and index finger using a device similar to a syringe. Now, these chips can actually be really helpful tools, and they utilize the same technology used in phone payments. With this tiny device, your body essentially becomes a contactless key. It can open doors using sensors and can even start a car. They last anywhere from 10 to 20 years and can be removed with a small incision in the skin.
You see the chip implant. The chip implant is going to be another way to control the masses, and it's going to come not so hard. They're not going to introduce America to it. It's going to be subtle because I already went into a Whole Food sale store with my wife one day in New Jersey, and I seen the. I don't see people using it, but I seen the scanners for like the palm. It's called the palm readers. Scan the palm scanners, where some people, because of convenience is going to be the thing that's going to be the antichrist. Convenience is going to be where they is either going to accept the mark of the beast or you're not. It's either going to accept what it says is going to be in your right hand or on your forehead, and it's going to be convenience. That's the mark of the beast. He's going to fuel you with. That's the mark of the beast. That the information that's saying, listen, we want to make your life easy. And most people, some people are gonna not go for it, but they're gonna be the majority gonna go for it because in order for you to enter your job in the future, you'd have to swipe, wave your hand, just in order no more punching in. Just with the implant, wave your hand, and you can have access. When you buy grocery, the Bible talks about it. You won't be able to buy or sell if you don't accept the mark of the beast. But those who are standing under the blood of Jesus, God will provide, and He'll cover us in these very last days. And as you can see, and they'll be coming to every smart city. There's a reason why certain fires start, massive fires start, because they're trying to introduce smart cities where they do have the scanners. All you gotta do is wave your hand across the scanner, and you have access. You can buy things, leave your wallet at home. A cashless. They're trying to develop a cashless society. Wave your hand, and you have access with that implant. With that implant. And what is a smart city? Uses the digital technologies and data to improve the quality of life for the citizens, enhance efficiency, and promise sustainability, meaning convenience. Convenience that more than ever before. Trying to leaning on the Antichrist to make your life easy in this world and make your life comfortable. So they can tell you, listen, if you don't, it's gonna come subtle. Then they're gonna introduce it to you. There's gonna be an option. Then after the option, it may be you have to have it. In order for you to do this, you have to have it in order for you to do that. It's more a form of control. Like what Michael Jackson says, all I really want to know, they don't really care about us, is to be coming to the 9 to 5ers, the poor man, the 9 to 5ers, not to the wealthy. It's the 9 to 5ers, the 9 to 5ers, and the poor people. And in order for you to have access to the smart cities, you may have to accept the mark of the beast, which is the chip, in certain cities. And some people are gonna take it because listen, I want to have convenience. I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to swipe my hand and I can have access to anything. But the Bible particularly says if you accept the mark of the beast, you will not enter in the kingdom of heaven.
How I love real estate, and I usually like to build and go up. We're going underground now. One time for all my doomsday preppers. Elon Musk, I see you. I saw your ground plans. I'm impressed, but guess what? My bunker gonna have a garage. My bunker gonna have wings. Huh? Yeah, we breaking ground. Huge excavations. You gotta have your fluids. I got a water maker. We got our canned goods. So if you thinking the brothers ain't ready, we ready. How I love.
Yeah, and Rick, this is that video was about maybe about 2 years old, or I think it was a year and a half old. That was Rick Ross talking about bunkers. Bunkers, just in case, to call it doomsday bunkers. In other words, rich people will have underground escapes, just in case any natural disasters come, any talking about the last days with war and fire and mayhem in the streets. The rich folks will have bunkers to protect them. They go underground. They already have built underground bunkers. Some of them, a lot of them already have underground bunkers in case in disaster they're protected under the bunker. They're protected under the bunker. And heard Rick Ross was bragging about, yo, Elon Musk, I got a garage in my bunker. So all they really want to say, they don't really care about us. The rich already know that their escape plan, already know they're going to be protected. Already know that they're going to be protected. But you see us, we gotta be covered under the blood of Jesus. And and because of what's going on and how the 1%, some of the 1% is trying to control the masses, we may have to grow our own food instead of worrying about Amazon buying foods in the supermarket. And we gotta buy our own food, so we don't have to be and create our own jobs, create our own source of income. So we have to rely on a job. We don't have to be forced to take the mark or be forced to do the chip implants in the future. Yes. So, so all these things that you think about that that sometimes we don't think about it, but it's a lot. It's a lot when you think about that song, what Michael Jackson sung about. All they really want to know, they don't really care about it. They don't listen. Listen. The 1% already have know where they're running to, just in case any natural disaster happens. And we gotta be at a point. This is where we gotta be thinking about our children. We gotta be thinking about our future. We gotta be thinking about certain things we gotta put in place. Why? Because they don't care. When you're homeless and struggling and you don't know how to feed your children, they don't care. There's programs put in place, but it's hard to get. SNAP. It's very difficult to get for a 9 to 5. But certain people get it. A lot of us don't get it. A whole heap of us don't get SNAP, the food program. A lot of us can get that, or rented ink. It's a lottery to get certain apartments, and they only rent to a certain amount. So, and right now, President Trump is trying to cut certain programs just to minimize certain programs, like the SNAP is getting cut. I think certain things are getting cut. Section 8, when you can minimum, if you're able-bodied, can only stay 2 years on it. If you're able-bodied, certain things, certain programs, DEI, certain programs is getting getting ostracized and cut, man. And we gotta now think about what inheritance are we gonna leave for our children now, and we gotta do it. So we gotta stay away from certain foods, some fast foods. And we wonder why we have aches and pains in our body. We wonder why we feel sluggish and tired all the time. Because certain foods that they sell to you cheap is cheap. Yeah, certain foods you buy, you go to fast food, you buy the food, but it's just not good for you. Natural foods are the best. But even with certain natural foods, they're putting sprays in them. I'm gonna creating a video for that. I'm gonna create a video for just I'm titled it "Eat and Be Wary" because I did that. I did a video like that in the past. But I'm gonna create a video for that particularly only. Yeah. So we gotta be prayed up. We're living in those times, y'all. The world is gone cold, and they can care less if you're suffering. Care less, care less. You see, things are getting more expensive. Than still expensive. Right now, they're expensive. So we gotta think wisely, think twice. We gotta be prayed up, keep praying, and asking God for to use wisdom in these times. Now, the live word of the day is coming out of 2 Timothy 3 verses 1 to 5. But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty, for people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderers, without self control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasures rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness and denying its power. Avoid such people. Avoid such people. And this is going on today, right now as we speak. Second Timothy chapter 5, Second Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 to 5 is going on today. Right now, we have slanderers, we have we have abusive, disobedient, got treacherous people, reckless, conceited, lovers of pleasures rather than lovers of God, having an appearance of godliness but denying the power. We have that. It's going on right now as we speak. Arrogant people, narcissistic, entitled people, delusional people, thinking that nothing can happen to them, and just and killing, murder, and mayhem, and just killing people for their own selfish gain, or scamming people for their own selfish gain. And we have that going on today. But this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings. Until next time, God bless and be safe out there.